guys, in today's video I would like to talk about columns in StampManage. So first of all, here's the columns here and the column field names. If all you want to do is just change the size of a column, all you do is click on this little, well, don't click, but hover above the little separator here between fields and just move it, and that's going to permanently change the size of the description field. So you can just go ahead and do that to any columns you need. This image column here is fixed. You can't change the location of that, or if you don't want to show that if you don't want to show images, you would just click View, Stamp Thumbnail Images, and that's going to stop them from showing up. Now, how are we going to change the columns? What you can do is on the main menu, you're going to bring down Tools, click on Preferences. The third tab is called Columns. Click on that. Now, right now it's showing on the left here you get the available columns, which is all the columns you can choose from. On the right are the columns that currently show. So right now I have a category, what's called a category, regular issues or air mail or postage due. That's considered a category. So right now I have a category selected. So it's showing me from top to bottom the fields you'll see from left to right on the screen. If you want to change that, you're just going to go ahead. Let's say you want to get rid of hinged, and let's say you want to get rid of a lot of these columns at the end. You're just going to click on Delete. If you want to move one up, just click on the column and select Move Up. So when I hit OK, it's going to show the changes I've made. And as you can see here, a lot of the columns to the right have been removed, and the changes that were that I requested were actually done, and now they show up in the view. Tools, Preferences, Columns again. Now under Categories, which should probably be called Sections, it allows. One thing that people sometimes get confused by is when you change a column, it's not for this list under every situation. So for example, when you're showing a collection, if you drop down and select that, it's going to show you the columns that appear when you click on a collection. In this situation, it would just be My Collection, as that's the only collection in the program. So if you change, for example, the columns when you're looking at a category and then you go back and click on a collection, some people wonder, why haven't the columns changed? Well, it's because the columns are you're able to set up individual columns for each different section of the program. So like I could go ahead and do the same thing here, and what will happen, let's just put quantity up on the second item, click OK, and now see nothing's going to change, but when I click on My Collection, you're going to see here the quantity field has been added. Now there's another part of the columns preferences I should show you, and let's go back into columns. That's at the bottom here. You have showing stamp varieties, and that basically applies to any list where you see a list of stamp varieties. For example, the add stamp dialog, and even the stamp data manager. And so it allows you to specify which columns show up in that situation as well. So let's say we just want to get rid of the last three here. Click OK. And when I go in the Add Stamp dialog, this here is the stamp variety list. So as you can see at the end there, it no longer has those three columns that we did not want. A little bit of advanced item is the file which stores all the information for columns is called headers.wcd, and we install it to the Documents StampManage folder. Now we've had a couple of issues recently. I don't know what it is, maybe Windows 10 update or something, but we've had situations where the user has their Documents folder and all subfolders set to read only. Now what that means is if the program can't write and overwrite this headers.wcd file, it can't change the columns. So if you have any sort of problem related similar to that, go ahead and go ahead and try and set your documents folder from read-only to read-write. If you still have a problem, let us know. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.